Previously on Monster. Vance and Dolo met Silva's rebellion, who had discovered a way into the ethereal plane and assembled a strike force to infiltrate. In the process, unfortunately, the magic on the other side was too powerful and only 3 made it, stranding them and their new companion, Daith, on the other side. Thank you, everybody, for joining another episode of Monster. I am Tyler Waltz, your dungeon master for this evening, and to my left...
Hi, everybody. I'm Tyson Cox. I'm playing Vance Ironside, kind of a dumb boy who wants to We made him a dumb horny dwarf on accident.
Oh, oops!
On accident.
I like
oops. All
stretch
horny
that
dwarfs.
we made.
Hi, everybody. I'm Vance. I'm recently circumcised by the spirits of tentacles.
Holy Circumcision is a great band name.
Oh no! I heard they're opening for the Necro Wolves.
And to my right?
I am. My name is Brian Petrie. I'm playing Dolan Mearcedrin, a.k.a. Dolo, your friendly neighborhood thief.
And our special guest.
Hey, I'm Rev. I'm playing Ranger Daith Garmajan, the interplanar ranger.
Interplanar Ranger.
Interplanar ranger.
It rolls off the tongue well.
Interplanetary
It does.
It's good. It's good.
Interplanetary Rangers.
I wish I hadn't printed it on my cards. It's
Yes.
Yeah. So we left off last time of the 3 of you. Infiltrating is a strong word, but you made it into the mansion.
We beat your window puzzle.
You did. You willed your way through it.
He just Homer Simpsoned into it.
Yeah, he did.
but through like particle board and glass.
Yeah.
The funny thing is I have set the precedent multiple times. Like when you first encountered the spirits and stuff, it was always like you had to be able to will your way to affecting the world, and then you were just like, I'm gonna just walk into it. But you believed that you were gonna do something, so it worked.
I thought I was going to kitty pride. Homer Simpson.
But where we off left time, very dire circumstances, as a bloody altar down a chutes and ladders chute into a very open cathedral where Alyssum presented herself in front of you along with an uncountable amount of these spirits praying at this altar.
So when you say uncountable, you mean like over, like, because I don't have enough fingers and toes?
If that's how you count, then way more.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. There was more than that in like the first 2 rows.
Ooh.
And this is like an open, big cathedral. Yeah.
Ugh.
And Daith, before she finished monologuing, shot her with an arrow that did force damage, severely upsetting her and awakening the entire group of spirits. We are going to start out with how the 3 of you react to that, because very quickly the shit is going to hit the fan. When she presented herself, the entire cathedral lit up. All of you please make perception checks to get us going.
25.
Perception.
27.
Non-natural 20.
Okay, so you all did really well.
Yeah.
Well, the lights turned
Shit's
on.
going down.
Yeah. You said 25? Okay, cool. So since all of you got above a 20, you can see everything. You see the altar, and obviously the chute that you guys fell into, is behind the draped like curtains. On the exteriors, the left and right or east and west sides of the cathedral, is the like archways that you see where you can't quite it's a wall on the other side, but you do see archways that lead to side hallways running along the entire sides of it, and you see an incredibly large double door at the back of the cathedral.
And are we like surrounded, or like are they all on one side of us?
They're
to the left and right of us.
they're sitting in the pews.
Yeah.
So
okay.
if you imagine a church where the preacher talks, all the pews, there's normally like a center aisle, side aisles. There are hundreds in these pews on both sides of you.
All right. I share our pretty classic glance with Dolo, and we're not going to say which way we go. We're just going to go. I want to write down which direction you go, and this seems more fun.
Okay. I like
And
it.
then where does Daith fit into this? Okay, so the way that this is going to work is I'm going to say right, either north, south, east, or west. East and west are obviously the different hallways. South is the altar. to run back towards the chute, and north is the back double doors. So all of you write that down and hand it to me, and then I will let you know where you go. Oh, Tyson, they got you.
You didn't even turn it in. Oh, shit, bud.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I
buddy.
like how we got different colors. so that works.
Sometimes that's
yeah.
how it shakes
Yeah.
out. All right.
Just share that confident look, give a nod, and then
And
what
then just break out.
and then yeah. I ain't trying to set no 24-hour records. That's a lot of dudes.
So let's start with this.
Okay.
All three of you. This is like, I'm comparing this to the moment in that Will Ferrell movie with Mark Wahlberg where they're the cops.
Yeah.
Where it's like The Rock and who was the other person?
Samuel L. Jackson.
It was Samuel L. Jackson. They look at each other and they're like, aim for the bushes, right?
Aim for the bushes.
The two of you take off for the double door.
Mm-hmm.
Daith gives a very confident nod and bolts towards the altar.
Oh no!
But it's so funny because we don't work as a team, but we always go the same direction.
So I was okay. We're just gonna take this one piece at a time. All right. Let's handle Vance and Dolo first because it's the least complicated. Okay. As you guys take off, you are getting swarmed like a zombie movie. Just tons of these things are just buckling in on you. I need all of you to either roll me strength saving throws, strength athletics, or dexterity acrobatics to try and maneuver or fight your way through this crowd. And I need 3 of them. Vance.
I ain't got nothing.
Did you roll strength or dex?
I did a strength athletics check.
Okay.
11,
Okay.
16.
This is the order that you rolled them.
Yes.
Cool. The 11 passes.
Okay. 16.
Passes.
4.
Doesn't.
I will remind you, you have protection against good and evil if these things happen to be, which gives them disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that gives you an advantage on.
I'll say that gives you an advantage.
All right.
It doesn't. They don't necessarily have disadvantage, but I will absolutely allow it to give you an advantage on the last one.
Hey, natural 20.
There we go.
There it
All
is.
right. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, as Daith gets pulled apart, he goes,
That's all for me, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you.
Thanks for the reminder.
all right.
Good luck.
Dolo, how'd you do? In the order that you rolled them.
In the order that I rolled them.
Because more and more swarm upon you, so they get harder.
Does that advantage thing happen for me as well?
Yes.
Ha! There we go. 20, 21, and 17.
Ooh.
Okay. With the 17, you barely make it through.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you guys make it to the double door.
All right, Daith. What do we? Oh, son of a bitch.
All right.
Where'd he go?
I gave him the north nod. You got it.
I got it. I
Yeah.
mean, we're here.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's almost like the person you just met doesn't know you very well. So you make it to the door.
Hang on. Daith is brave. Son of a bitch. We did not do that. We should have let him know. Not a brave move.
So now we cut to Daith.
Yeah.
I need you to make me one, either acrobatics or athletics check, because you weren't as far away from the altar.
Okay. 18.
Okay, you successfully break free from the crowd, and you are now directly in front of Alyssum, who seems to be a bit caught off guard, not expecting a full-on charge. And you have 1 turn of combat as a free action to do what you think is best.
Kick her in the shin.
Yes.
I realize I'm alone. Like, how far away, like, I glance over my shoulder, they've gone the other direction. How far away is that?
I was going to say 120 feet.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's very far.
Well, plus you moved 30 more, so
Yeah, I did.
150.
Yeah. And up is where we came down the slide.
Yes.
I promise I'll find you guys. And I'm going to cast Etherealness,
Okay.
which gives me the ability to move my range of motion up, down,
Okay.
in, out, and through things. So I'm going to try to go up
Just
and
straight
just
up.
get back
It's
onto
just a
the
queen
ground
on
floor.
a chessboard. Just
So it does let you face through solid objects.
Correct.
But you're just following the chute.
I'm just going to go straight
Go
up.
straight up. How long does that last?
It lasts until the end of my turn, I think. With the let me double check before I say that out loud.
Yeah, try not to get stuck in a wall.
Inside, yeah.
Well, because it does. It has.
Well, then, yeah, you just take damage, get shoved out, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So that could still be a good.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
he just shoves out the top.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I believe it pushes you out towards the closest.
Yeah.
So it would be very funny to shoot up through the ceiling,
And then come right
realize
back
that you
down.
didn't make it very far, and then just get shit right
Ugh.
back out the bottom.
and then you take fall damage and land in
Yeah.
front of the big bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a good
Probably
time.
fart. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's like-
Someone's playing a tuba for some reason.
Okay, so that says it lasts for 8 hours.
Oh well, yeah.
That can't be right.
Oh, it's that good hymns.
yeah, right.
With my special ability, it does end at the end of my turn. I can activate it as a bonus action. So then I can still like see everything.
hmm
It's just all grayed out. So I'll like double move to hope
Okay.
I can get to the ground floor.
Cool. And your movement speed is 30, I'm assuming?
Correct.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, so if you make it 60 feet up,
Yeah.
you barely make it out.
Perfect.
Like you are phasing back in as your foot clears the floor.
like
right?
Dawn of the Dead.
Just loses
Yeah.
a shoe. Loses a shoe to the floor.
right.
We see my
Yeah.
boot just plonk her on the head. She's like, what the fuck?
Would you prefer that or like Jumanji where his face is just like sticking out the floor?
His turtle head.
I can be bootless. It's fine.
So you make it through, and you guys witness that.
I think he got raptured. What the fuck?
yeah, I was about to say.
It was a whole, I put my arms out as I go.
Roll
You
me
T-posed.
insight checks to see if you realize what just happened, or maybe you guys think Alyssum just vaporized him up.
That's what I think.
Yeah,
happened.
you think he's
I
dead.
got a 1,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's what happened. I think he's just dead.
12.
I watched a man's soul leave.
Yeah, 12. Okay, yeah. You believe him. You believe him. You're like, he said he would find us, and then he disappeared. That was probably part of his plan. And Dolo's like, he's dead.
That boy
so
dead.
He meant he'd find us in the afterlife.
Yeah. He meant
I
we'll
will-
see him when we see him.
I will meet you in Elysium, brothers.
I'll meet you when we get there.
All right.
You basically went like creative mode in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. Yeah. All right. So you guys made it to the cathedral door.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I'd like to, I don't know, hang out, start up a picnic.
Okay.
I'd like to open the fucking door.
Okay. Cool. Do you push or pull?
Both.
Both. Yeah. Okay.
I don't. I keep running and I go, I'm going to try that shit Vance did. I'm going through.
Oh, so you just
I try to just, I think I'm going to go through
Yeah,
the door.
The willpower thing.
okay. Yeah. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yep. Inside
Yeah.
the mansion,
11.
where the illusion is incredibly strong. No, you just hit that door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And you know what? For funsies, 1 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Okay, well, I go, all right, so it's not a push.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh.
So I pull the door?
Yep. Yep. And the door pulls open. Good job. You figured out the
Oh,
puzzle.
son of a bitch. Fuck you, Vance.
Yeah. It wasn't his fault.
God, he's so stupid. He makes other people around us stupider.
I'm just thinking in my head, like, yeah, I do make this look easy.
So you get the door open, and it leads to a smaller, like, hallway with 2 rooms off to the side and a spiral staircase.
Up or down?
The staircase goes up.
Up. Let's go.
I just follow him.
Okay. Vance,
Because if he went up, we go up.
roll me an insight check.
14.
14. As you pass through this hallway to get to the spiral staircase, on your left, through that door, you hear what sounds like kids crying.
Like creepy kids or?
No.
Okay.
No, like in distress.
I like.
I'm right behind him, right?
Correct.
As I'm walking, I put my hand on his shoulder. I'm going to cast Long Strider so that he has to go faster.
Okay.
And we're going together. We're not stopping for these children. We're just going to keep walking.
Well, Longstrider doesn't change.
No, it just makes him move fast. He
Yes.
can move faster, so he can
Yeah.
keep up with me now.
Yeah.
And his little legs move faster.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's
Vance is like, I'll meet up, and then he slows down and he breaks off to go check out those kids.
Okay, so you break off right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least you can move faster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You open the door,
Mhm.
and I'm assuming you close it behind you.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And then we will get back to you in a moment.
Oh, okay.
Dolo.
Always creepy. Like, I assume you close the
Yeah.
door behind you like you do with every door you've ever walked through.
Well, you are getting chased by hundreds
That's fair.
of spirits, so
What's one creature with 1,000 crying baby heads grafted to its body versus
Yeah, I know.
1,000 ghosts?
yeah. You just saw your buddy Vance dip off into this door. You are still being pursued by these spirits. What do you do?
I get frustrated at first, and I go, "Come on, man, not children."
And he closed the door before you went in.
Yeah.
Like, he closed the door behind him.
I basically just I take a mental note of where I am. I look around. I know where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
I just take off up the stairs.
Okay.
I just keep going up the stairs.
You go up the spiral staircase, and then we're just gonna keep swapping until we all meet back up.
Ooh.
Dave, you make it to the top, and you give me a perception check to see if you can get the bearings on where you are.
12.
12. Okay. I would say since you're a ranger and this is kind of like what you do, you were able to put a bunch of pieces together. You don't know the exact location. You know that when you fell down the chute, it pushed you further into the mansion. So from where you were when you went in through the window, you imagine that you're somewhere in the room past that staircase that you guys didn't go.
Okay.
But what you see around you is it looks like you've popped up into like a food pantry area.
Is there anything in here with me?
What is your race? You're an elf, right?
Human.
A human. Okay,
Yeah.
so right now it is too dark for you to see much in front of your face.
Perfect. I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
That just gives me
The
an
stealth.
aura of stealth, yeah.
Okay. Are you staying here?
I'm going to stay here for the moment
Mhm.
until I hear hopefully something happening someplace so I have a direction to go.
Okay, I gotcha. I would say after about a couple of minutes, you start to hear, some footsteps on the other side of the door. It doesn't sound like they're getting closer. It just sounds like something is moving around in there.
I don't like... I'll peek inside that door.
Okay, there is a keyhole. And when you peer through that keyhole, it seems like you have popped into the storage area of one of the bedrooms of the house, but not the a main person's bedroom. There's just tons of bunks around. So this is a common sleeping area for servants of the manor.
And do I see who's moving around?
You do, but it is a cloaked figure. You can't see any skin or anything like that. It's just a person or thing wearing robes. And they're fiddling around in a chest next to a bunk.
Okay, I'm gonna try to quietly open the door and sneak out behind them, or sneak up behind them.
Okay. You open up the door and give me that stealth check.
Okay.
And you have Pass Without a Trace, which I believe gives you plus 10.
Does.
Mhm.
26.
26. You are able to sneak up on the being without it noticing you.
What's it messing with in that trunk?
When you peer around, you notice that a lot of the things that it's messing around with in the trunk seem almost... Give me insight.
Nat 20.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So, yeah, when you peer over its shoulder and look in this chest, there's nothing of value at all in this chest. It almost looks like when you see a kid that has he has his favorite rock collection. It looks like a bunch of trinkets and small things that would probably have some sentimental value, but to you is no different than just a pile of random knickknacks.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm just going to leave him to his business and try to sneak out the door proper to the room.
Cool. With your stealth check earlier, we'll just continue that one.
Okay.
As you're leaving, though, with almost a childlike innocence, you also notice that it is this is not a child. This is a full adult-sized person. With almost a childlike wonder, they start playing with the toys, almost like they're playing house as you leave. When you make it out of that room, you've made it into the main hall of the mansion, where you see the grand staircase that leads up to the second floor and a few doors lining this main entryway.
Guys,
Nobody responds.
fuck.
But we cut back to Dolo, who has made it up the spiral staircase in the back of the cathedral, and you open up to a detached spire at the back of the mansion, and you open the door, and you are now in that back courtyard.
What's all in the courtyard? Can I look around?
Right now, it's just a garden. It's almost as if all of the spirits were like coalescing in that bottom area that you guys were. You do not see a spirit.
What
And
kind
you
of
see a
garden?
back
Just
door,
like
you see
flower
some
garden,
windows.
courtyard.
Yep, just your very stereotypical mansion back courtyard. Maybe there's like a little maze, you know.
Let's see. I'm gonna stroll through the courtyard. I'm gonna walk up to one of the flowers. I'm gonna pick a flower.
Okay,
I
you
want to
do
smell it, see if it's real.
Yeah, I mean, it's as real as it can get. Yep.
Do I? I'm gonna do something weird. I'm gonna pick a petal off of it, and I'm gonna eat it.
Okay. Yeah, you take a bite. It tastes like you're eating a flower.
All right, but I am aware that I'm not, like, I know because of my perception
Yes.
earlier. I know I'm not none of this is real.
Correct.
So I'm just kind of walking through the Wonka factory, trying to see what's real and what's not real.
Mhm.
Old school science, licking stuff.
And and you are still being pursued.
Yeah. I am going to I got an idea. All right. Is there an exit as I'm walking through here? Do I see any corridors or anywhere that I can go?
Yeah. You see some gates that open up into like further parts of the outside. You notice that anywhere outside of the general like courtyard of this place, it's just ethereal nothingness, like just winds and everything around. This is like a perfectly preserved area. And then you see the back entrance to the manor.
All right. I'm going to start walking towards the back entrance of the manor.
Okay. As you do that, we cut over to Vance.
And what do I see?
Vance, you close the door behind you,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got like the board lock. You can like brace the door, and you turn around and roll me a history check with advantage.
Okay. 16.
Okay. Do you remember that creature that was torturing you guys when you first appeared in this ethereal realm?
Yes, I do.
You see
The creepy knife guy.
Yes. You see him or an entity like him
Mm-hmm.
going over, and there is a row of children that he is experimenting on down here in this dungeon.
Hey!
No response.
And you see like all the kind of like the mirth that Vance has seems to, like, when he sees the children, it all kind of just disappears, and he just starts like marching. Just he pulls out his mace and he pulls out his shield. And he's like, "Hey!"
Okay. The being turns around and just blank. Like there's not a face. It's just a robe.
He doesn't like. All right, cool. I just keep marching towards him until I get within Warhammer or mace distance.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are within mace distance.
I'd like to take a big swing at him.
Okay. You take a big swing and give me that 2 hit.
17.
Okay. With a 17, you hit it right on the back of the head, and the cloak falls, and you see the face behind is completely just completely messed up. It's just scarred. It's just patched together, very Frankenstein-esque. And give me an insight check.
19.
19. You notice that a lot of these pieces together and the mana that is holding them together seems the pieces of this thing seem to be the children that have been disappearing.
Well, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
Well, all right. Do I get the
How do you deal with that? And it lets out a screech and attacks you.
Okay. Do I get damage on that first attack?
You do.
So 9 total damage?
Okay.
And
How much of it was the radiant?
1.
Okay.
I mean, Vance kind of recoils in horror a little bit because, like, obviously, who would be expecting a baby golem?
Not a lot.
That's pretty fucked up. Yeah, and Vance just kind of remembers some things from his past, and
Do you want to dive into that, or are we saving that for future episodes?
we'll leak a little bit.
Okay.
You know, this, because like I said, there's no mirth in this. There's no joy. Like usually when Vance is in combat, there's a bit of like casualness to it. But like, when shit goes down, he kind of buckles it in. But this seems to be different. Yeah, he's just gonna go ahead and take another swing.
Cool. It
Yeah.
will also.
Well, you said it attacked me, so do I need to?
Yes. That's gonna miss.
Hmm.
And this is not an organized attack by any mean. This is
Yeah.
like just flailing around. So you take another swing at it.
He he just I'm trying to think because I wasn't anticipating it was going to be a baby golem. I thought it was going to be I'll just blast it with a guiding bolt.
Okay.
19.
19. Okay. What's the damage on it?
And that is going to be 14 radiant damage.
Okay. It disappears. It just fades out. Smoke.
Sweet. So then Vance quickly like checks to make sure that he's gone. It's not like behind him or anything like that.
You notice in this room there is another door that leads like further in.
Okay. I was gonna let the children out of the cages.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to do that or check behind. I wasn't sure the order that you wanted to do.
No,
things.
his more of like he's kind of frantic now that the creature's gone. He's just going to the cage. He's like, Athena, just mumbling under his breath, and he's realizing he's not seeing her, but lets all the children out of the cages.
Okay. Do you go through that door that's
I mean, I
further in?
can't go the other way because it's got a sea of dudes.
You open up that other door to see a cloaked figure working on a workbench. And it seems to be that he is stitching flesh together.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Hey!
You think I was just going to let you just kill a child and then move on?
It was a golem. It was a weird golem thing.
It was. A
Yeah.
weird Frankenstein thing.
Yeah, being a rude guy.
And he turns around, and you notice that it is that skeleton necromancer guy that you guys defeated in the cave a while ago. I guess you took his home. You evicted
my house
him
now,
and took his home.
It's the man grotto.
Yeah.
And as he turns around, we will cut back to Daith. Say, you guys all got separated. When you snuck out, you were now towards the back of the mansion, and through one of the windows, you actually see Dolo out in the garden.
How far down is it out the window?
You were on the first floor, so it's literally just like right outside.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to use my will to open this window.
You are inside, so you can just open it.
Oh, great.
Yep.
Wow. All right, cool. They thought of everything in this illusion.
Yeah. I'll open the window and climb out. I told you I'd find you.
Oh, shit.
Just walk at him with my hand
I
outstretched.
thought you died.
What?
You died. I saw you die.
No, I just went incorporeal and went up.
Where is corporeal?
Oh,
Is that
God.
Italian?
It's kind of like the house, how the house is kind of there, but not. I can do that to my body for a little bit.
That's weird, dog.
Yeah. I did it on accident the first time. It was
Hey,
bad.
you lived, though.
I did. So did you. I see your
Why'd
friend
you
didn't
run
make it. I'm
back?
sorry for that.
He gave you the north nod.
The North Nod.
Yeah.
Immediate accusational, confrontational. I wonder why the NPCs are so pissed all the time.
I get it. You have like an NPC world meter. Like they're all connected, and it's not individual.
It's like
Yeah.
Marvel. We just got to figure it out.
What is the North Nod?
He nodded. We both said we were going north, and you went the opposite of north. You went as far opposite of north as we could have. You know what? It's all right. You lived.
Yeah,
You survived, and you shot that lady.
I did.
Yeah.
She said she was going to use my magic to power openings, whatever that means.
You should have seen what she did to Vance's orifices. It was.
Is that why he didn't make it?
That's why his eyes are like that now.
Oh, I didn't want to ask.
Yeah, it's a thing.
So what do we do now?
We got to find him. He just took off after some kids. He's got a thing for kids. I hope it's not what I think it is, but
You just hear a voice from the sky. Don't say it like that. That's not what we're doing here.
We're not that kind of podcast.
Okay.
I'm going out back. If you want to follow.
That's a good idea.
Aren't you already out back?
Yeah, but you didn't
He
specify.
means we're going to Australia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, when you said heading towards the back, I thought it was the back of the courtyard. So I don't really know how it's laid out.
Oh, I thought you meant you were going to the back of the mansion.
That works too.
Okay, cool. Yep. So you guys met basically on the back deck of the mansion.
Okay.
And essentially you guys could either explore and hope that Vance meets up with you guys, or you can try and go back for Vance.
I think after walking through this place, backwards is forward.
Mm.
What do you think?
Well, I don't understand what you just fucking said to me.
Yeah, he's not good with directions. Clearly.
Backwards is forwards, up not is north.
Well, you went up
Yeah.
and somehow ended up on the first floor
Because you were in the basement.
because we were in the basement.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But this whole world is an illusionary world, and I feel like we've been going in circles.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we've actually gone anywhere.
Oh, like you think this whole thing's an illusion? Like we're just standing in place and the world's moving around us.
I don't think we're actually here. I think we're laying down and there's a wizard somewhere looking at us going, what the hell happened to them?
You want to try to wake up?
I think so.
Okay, count of 3. 1, 2,
Two,
3.
three.
Wake up.
Fuck.
Not even a dice check, huh?
I'm just letting you guys go. You're going to figure it out or you're not. Yeah, what's next? You pinching each other?
Yeah, I think that's what's next. I'm going to pinch the shit out of him.
Okay. I think that we're awake. This is real.
It is. It is, in fact, real. I won't even make you roll dice for it. It's like you are in the ethereal realm. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think we start walking back towards because I took a mental note of where I thought Vance was before I took off running up the stairs
Mhm.
and tried to remember which way I went. So I'm going to try to navigate us back that way.
Okay. Now, when you do make it to the spire, all those beings are on the other side. Because essentially you are holding them off and they're trying to break down the door to get to you guys in this courtyard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is a wall of specters between you and where you last left Vance.
And Vance is a floor above us,
Below.
so he's still down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. That door was before you went up the stairs of the basement. Yep.
Okay. So he's still trapped in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
I think the best idea at this point is to try to find a good exit out of here. And we know he's down there. So let's see if we can find an exit out of here. At least when we find him or when he pops up, we know how to get out of here.
Exit out of here like this realm.
Yeah. Like, you know how to get out of this realm?
That I can help with. What were we supposed to be doing here? Like they hadn't gotten to that part of the.
Oh, the strike force was to take out Alyssum.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that don't look like we're about to be able to figure that out, especially not without everybody. There's too many of these people.
Yeah. Well, or that, or we just got to find her by herself. Because I
So-
did shoot her.
You did
And she
shoot her.
seemed to-
She can take damage.
Have you fought her before?
Yeah, kind of. She got inside my brain
Oh.
while I was not sleeping, but sleeping.
Oh.
Best option I can think of
Yeah.
is figure out a way other than this door
Yeah.
to go through. That is because it's only up from here, right? He said there's double door staircase and then multiple doors.
Yeah,
in this
there's
floor.
2 floors above the floor that you guys were on in the mansion. So there's 2 floors that you haven't explored
Let's
yet.
pick a door. We can't go back through that one.
All right.
So back in the mansion.
Yeah, I thought
Okay.
we never left the mansion. I thought we were like at the back door of the courtyard, and then as I'm navigating back through, there's like the basement door you said that's locked off where he's
Yep.
down.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I turn, how far away is the?
Oh, not very far.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah, we
this
just-
main area is essentially the entrance hall, those bedrooms that you saw, and then the back like kitchen and pantry.
also like a
area.
foyer.
Yep.
I
And
don't
then there's
know.
staircases going up and 2 floors above you.
There's a kitchen and a pantry. They got snacks.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I've also found a grown man who sounded like a kid. He was playing with sticks and rocks, and he was having a good time just giggling.
Sticks and rocks. Huh?
Yeah.
You talked to him?
No, because he was like, You ever hear someone giggle, but in like a manly voice?
Yeah.
It was unsettling.
Yeah, you don't talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just pick another room. I say
Okay.
we pick a different door.
Okay.
I'll say that you guys head up to start heading to the second floor, and we will cut back to Vance. And Vance, you have just found out that the necromancer that you thought that you killed in the real world was actually brought back here to work on these Frankenstein's monsters here in the ether for Alyssum.
Mm.
The last thing that happened was you yelling "hey" at him, and then you well, not eyes because it's a skeleton,
Yeah.
but locked faces. And he doesn't have a face, but you can tell that he's pretty panicked right now.
Yeah. I'm just I yell hey, and he turns around and I can see what it is. I go, you think you can just take children and no one will care? You think no one will miss them? And I'm just gonna hit him with a guiding bolt as I just like trudge towards him.
Okay, yeah. Give me that 2 hit.
17, baby.
Okay, give me that damage.
Yeah. 46 radiant. Let's go. 10.
Okay, cool. You say 4d6, and I was like, 46?
Yeah,
46 radiant damage.
Okay, 10. And obviously, as you can tell, that did more damage than you were anticipating.
Wonderful.
And he tries to retaliate, putting his hand up to like deflect using his own magic, but it breaks through because of the radiance to it, and he starts stammering. He's like, I'm just doing my job. If I don't do this, she'll hurt me as well. Give me insight.
9.
You obviously don't have to change your actions, but you do kind of believe that that's what he's doing it for.
I don't give a shit.
I know, yeah. It's just
Vance is like, oh, all right, my bad. You know, you've been hurting the innocents just because you needed a paycheck. It justifies it.
and then he fires, which is a weird thing to say for a spell called Chill Touch. And I'm assuming that hits. That is a 17 on the dice.
Yeah, that'll do it.
So you take a d6 of necrotic damage. All of it 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't even I guess Vance didn't even try to dodge. He just is just like trudging towards.
Pushing through. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. And you have made it up to him. And you see on the table that is literally what he is doing is creating these real. They're not the illusions like the ones that Alyssum creates, but he is essentially creating the workforce of this mansion.
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, you think you're just doing a job? You think no one's gonna miss them? Do you think just because you have a fucking job to do? And he's gonna just go ahead and channel divinity, turn undead.
Okay.
Need each undead within 30 feet needs to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
That is a natural 1.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Because that's 48 radiant damage.
Okay, 48. Like
4
literally.
die 8.
Okay, gotcha.
17.
17.
17
okay.
radiant. Yep.
Literally like that scene from Terminator where it's like the hand. Is it Terminator? The hand on the fence?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just blast this skeleton back and just vaporizes it.
Hell yeah!
And in that moment, you see a notebook on the counter that is basically like his field research notes, what he's discovered, and a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah, I just kind of rogue the room real quick. I just take the book, take anything that might be of value, but just quickly because I kind of come to my senses and realize that I'm like, oh, I might be in a trouble now.
Yes. You see in this room a ladder and a hatch.
Oh, good. Yeah, I make sure the children are okay, and I help. I'm like, go up.
Okay, and then when you go to the top, it is that pantry area that we saw. Not the same one that you were in, but another storage area for that base of the manor connected to the kitchen.
Okay. I just all right. I just tell the kids to hide here. Just hide here.
Okay.
Okay. Here's some snacks.
Okay. Yeah,
They
literally in the dry goods pantry, so it worked out pretty good.
Yeah. Grab some chips, Chips Ahoy cookies. Those are very dry.
Those are, I mean, yeah.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and try to sneak out and try to catch up to the fellas.
Okay, when you exit, you are on the same side of the mansion as them. So if you guys give me a high enough perception check, I'll say that you hear him coming up. We'll make this meet up very convenient.
25.
Yeah.
25. Yeah. You turn around and at the bottom of the stairs, slightly
You
around the
smell
corner,
I do.
you see Vance.
Buddy!
The guy that had your necklace was back. I killed him.
Nice. Yeah, he ain't getting this back.
Mm-mm.
No. Good
That's-
job. What was he doing?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Easy enough. Do you tell him about the notebook or anything like that, or?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get to the top of the stairs, but yeah, I was like, oh, here, I don't know, here, you want a notebook? You like books?
And I take the notebook. When I look at it, do I recognize any of the symbols on it?
It's the same ones from the cave.
I'm gonna just slide it into my pocket,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna look at Daith and be like, "All right, dude, I guess pick a door."
So
But you don't look in the book.
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
But he's learning his lesson from that amulet, I think.
Okay.
Not
Nobody reads the journal.
Not yet.
Okay.
We are being pursued currently.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
out of curiosity, like when he's got the book, you said that it's symbols on the outside. Is it symbols like all symbols are language? But is it like magical symbols, or is it just language that no one happens to understand?
What languages do you speak?
That's what I wanted to check on.
Say infernal.
Infernal is one of them.
Hey,
Okay.
Because I get a bunch of planar languages.
Hey, we got so many questions, my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, everything that Alyssum has been using, like symbols wise, has been in Infernal.
Okay.
So yes, you recognize these as infernal symbols on this book. And
As he's putting it away, what does it say on the cover?
so on the cover,
How to stitch children and make horrors 101.
yeah. yeah. It literally just is like a journal, so there is no like title.
Oh, okay.
The guy's
This is
name written on
his-
the front of it.
John Skeleton's diary.
John Skeleton.
John C. Skeleton.
Yeah,
Today I met a cute girl. And she said, "I don't like skeletons."
So I killed her
So
family.
I
And
killed
now
her.
she's part of a golem.
But the symbols, the infernal symbols that you see on the front are, and this is one of those things that the wizard probably would have been better at deciphering. Actually, give me an Arcana to see exactly what all you pick out from it.
8.
Okay, so it's one of those things where you can read the words, but you don't know what they mean necessarily. But what you do get from it is essentially the words that are being used when translated is essentially how to like absorb. Like a lot of the words that you're getting are like absorb and like take in. What you can put together is that they are trying to take your plane and absorb it into this ethereal realm, almost like a resource sapping.
Oh.
Where if they can absorb and take your realm, they can bring this one to its true like fruition.
Oh, like make it
Yes.
more real since it's only partially
If
real.
you build it, they will come.
Right.
Hey, that's like a instruction book for destroying our world and using the parts to make this one more real.
How do you know that?
Because I read Infernal.
So
That's
you
in-
could read this?
Yeah.
Hold on, bro. Here, hold on. Can you read this? And I hand him that other manual that I've got from the jewelry store.
I like how we're like west winging it because we're just walking this whole time.
Yeah. As you are reading, you see in his field notes that it is. He keeps talking about a crystal that was made by Alyssum, that is essentially the centerpiece for this plan, and it is in the mansion.
Oh, there's a linchpin that they have to have. Maybe we break the linchpin and then we can leave instead of like killing the lady, because that seems difficult.
Yeah. Por qué no la dos?
That's a good question.
I only speak
Infernal.
Infernal.
Yeah, he said
a
why-
couple other things.
He did say why not both,
Oh,
but I have some questions. When you say crystal, what kind of crystal? What you talking about?
and I'll describe like
Yeah.
what little I can gather from it.
Yeah, you're not 100%
Yeah.
sure. All you know
Just
is
like a-
that it is some kind of jewel or crystal that is.
Is it like this? And I pull down my shirt and show the amulet that's like burned and
There's
embedded in my
no-
chest.
pictures or
Yeah.
anything? So
Something like this though.
Could be. Does that hold like magic or
Kinda. It's holding me right now.
like together?
Yeah. Hold me now.
Oh god! If we had the budget, if we had the budget. But with that information, we are going to end this session.
Nope.
All right.
For
Okay.
what potentially could be our final bout in this mansion in the next episode. So thank you all so much for watching. This has been Monster Monster. And then also you can find everything that I do on Nerd News.
Yeah, we also do live shows all the time. We got a monthly in Louisville, where they're at Planet of the Tapes in Louisville, Kentucky, the first Wednesday of the month. And the second Tuesday of the month, we are at the White Rabbit Cabaret in Indianapolis, Indiana. Plus, we are doing some shows at Gen Con. And we also have shows popping up. So follow us on our social media at Monster Monster Show if you want to catch a live one. And if you like stand-up comedy, I'm Tyson Cox. I do stand-up all over. So if you need a comic, book me. Thank you. Find me at Tyson Cox Comedy. I love you.
What up, y'all? I'm Brian Petrie. I've been playing Dolemir Cedron, your favorite everyday neighborhood wood elf that's still shit. You can find me on all the things at Brian Petrie Comedy. I travel with these guys doing shows. I do stand-up, so hit me up. Oh, I make stickers, too, if you want stickers and stuff, so I sell those. So holler at me. I got stuff. I do stuff.
Nice. And I'm Rev. You can find everything about me at thecritshowpodcast.com. I've been playing Ranger Daith Garmajan, the interdimensional ranger. It sounds better now that I've said it a second time. Yeah, we do actual play content, a lot of indie and newly funding games, so you can learn how to play just by listening.
Hell yeah. And thank you for letting us use your studio.
Yeah,
Yes,
of course.
thank you so much.
It's why we sound not like shit.
Thank you, everybody. Catch you in the next episode.